Good morning, good afternoon to our dearest panelists. I am Rebecca Dumancas, and here are my groupmates, Delawes Ray Joshua, Dakis Ariel, De La Cruz Jonathan Ryan, De La Paz Joy Altea, De La Rosa Ainal Davine, and Fernandez Jubilin are with me today to present our thesis entitled Effectiveness of Media Recording on Grade 11 Students in Learning Physical Education. Our specializations physical education and our prof advisor, Mr. Benedict Chris Estaria. And for introduction of the study,
Okay, so for our background of the study, we all know that using technologies nowadays are very reliable to use, and it increased not just for daily use, but also it helps the school to teach students in an efficient way. In this generation, we finally able to use e-learning resources to sustain the satisfaction of each individual to still learn in a new technological method of teaching. Media recording is just one of the many technological way of learning. They can either use media recording frequently by downloading the recordings and follow the previous discussion. On our literature review, according to Drent and Meissen, Mueller and Wildenberger, Quenerstedt, Gibbs, in 2016 and 2021, as we combine their statements, digital technologies refer to a range of tools and resources that can be used online or with electronic devices to improve students' learning experiences. On the other hand, pedagogical research highlights the significance of using digital tools, ways that support effective teaching methods. On Meyer, a study conducted by Meyer Omdahl and Makransky found that the use of immersive virtual reality or VR in education has a significant impact. The results showed that including any of these variables in the video condition had no effect. In COC 2020 suggests that self-controlled video feedback has potential applications in physical education. However, further research is needed to explore its effectiveness for different skill sets and identify ways to enhance its implementation. Cassie and Benjamin conducted a study that explored the use of video technology to enhance students' interest and engagement in physical education. The study merely examined at how media recording was used in physical education and how it altered how physical education was taught in the classroom, but it also looked at the movement-related skills and abilities needed to use digital media. For our theoretical framework,
Theoretical framework. This study makes us use of four models to investigate how the affective and motivational aspects of digital videos in physical education are affected by the short-term gratification theory, where a plan from 2023 involves incorporating video lectures into the curriculum where students using multimedia presentations, computer resource, and lectures being filmed. With that, students will benefit and improve their learning. According to Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence, instructional tactics should take into account all eight intelligence such as in linguistic, logical, mathematical, spatial, musical, bodily kinesthetic, intrapersonal, interpersonal, and naturalistic. By fostering student engagement and participation, video-based learning instruction can enhance learning outcomes, particularly for challenging subjects. Next, conceptual.
For our conceptual framework, input profile of the respondents according to name, optional, sex, strand, different use of media recording, written, and performance tasks. For our process, analyzing of data gathering through survey questionnaire. The study will be used the ANOVA formula and the weight and mean formula to assess the variables and hypotheses. For our output, the effectiveness of media recording to student learning in physical education, results based on survey questions. For our statement of the problem,
Statement of the problem. The purpose of the study is to determine the effectiveness of media recording on grade 11 students in learning physical education, where this study seeks to answer the following questions, which are the demographic profile of students in terms of sex and strand, what are the different uses of media recording that affect students' learning process, and how effective is media recording to the learning of physical education in terms of written works and performance tasks. Next.
Scope and limitation. The study will focus determining the opinions grade 11 student at the National Teachers College regarding the effectiveness of media recording. In learning physical education, the researcher will purposive sampling a non-probability sample that is selected based on a characteristic of a population, and the objective of the study. The respondents were selected and the researchers were administering a self-made survey questionnaire. However, people outside the institution and the topic will not be entertained. Everything in this study focuses on one institution, the National Teachers College.
for our significance of the study, the result of this study will benefit the following. Teachers, it can be helpful to learn how media recording can increase student focus in class or how various media platforms may actually improve students' self-confidence, as evidenced by their involvement in class activities. Students. The study can help students improve their written and performance tasks, especially when tasks occur through media recording. Parents. The study can help the parents to guide the students in using gadgets, also while watching video recordings in learning physical education. For our operational definition of terms.
Operational definition of terms. To facilitate the understanding of the study, different terms are defined the following. Media recording is one of the tools that is used teaching and learning in 21st century education. This is an alternative way of giving lessons to the students that cannot be done physically in school. Physical education is the subject where the student mostly enjoyed, and that is the part of the curriculum of all year levels. Technology is one of the important tools that is used in making teaching and learning easier. Visual learning, a type of learning style in which students learn visually and make their studying effective and enjoyable. Visual teaching, visually presenting information to the students that can be used in online and face-to-face.
And for our methodology instrument, data gathering and analysis procedure, there are research design and methods.
For our research design and method, in this study, us, the researchers, used a mixed method that aims to determine the effectiveness of media recording and grade 11 students of National Teachers College, or NTC, in learning physical education. For us to know the answer in our research questions, we will employ mixed methods in this study. According to Schoon, Boom, and Johnson in 2017, mixed methods define a research design combining the elements of qualitative research and quantitative research. Informal, quantitative research is about numerical data. How about in the qualitative research, it's about allowing the respondents to express their views, opinions, and ideas through focus groups or interviews. For the next slide,
Participants and sampling technique. The subject of the study are the grade 11 students in the National Teachers College. Participants are from the population of 1,000 grade 11 students as determined by the researchers. The sampling method that will be used is purposive sampling. The researcher will identify the respondents based on the object of the study. In addition, the researchers will apply the total population sampling where researchers determined that from a total population of 1,000 students were chosen 100 as sample size as respondents. The researchers made a survey questionnaire to get the information from the respondents. The grade 11 students in National Teachers College, the first part of the questionnaire will regard the profile of the respondent. Then, the second part will be conducted through the survey using interviews and closed-ended questionnaires. The researchers prepared their own questionnaire. The draft of their questionnaire was drawn based on their readings and reviewed all the literature that they used that was relevant for their study. The copies of the questionnaire will be distributed by the researchers face to face.
And for our data gathering procedure, the information used to support the study had been obtained by the researcher in order to carry out proper and substantial research. The researcher applied a total population sampling of the respondents. After getting to be aware of respondents, the researchers apprised, request approval, and provided the respondents with the survey questionnaire. The researchers utilized a questionnaire to collect respondents from study participants and learn about their perspective. When the data were tabulated, the results were analyzed and interpreted. The conclusion recommendation was given. And for our data analysis processes, the researchers will use survey questionnaire that will collect the data. As a result, the survey responses will be combined and analyzed using the following statistical techniques and analyze. Number one, frequency count, mean, and percentage will be used to present the demographic profile of the respondents. Number two, the researcher will evaluate the data using frequency, central tendency, and variability to determine the different uses of media recording in learning physical education. And last, to assess the variables and hypotheses, the study will use the weighted mean formula and the ANOVA formula. And here are references. And that's all, our dear panelists. I hope you give us comments and recommendations to improve more about our thesis titled Effectiveness of Media Recording in Learning Physical Education. Thank you.